Are we back? Are we back? Can you hear us? Goddamn Reavers. Who danced?
Yeah, we're good. We're live. We're live.
Good.
That was a Sam Riegel moment right there.
Right. Okay, so what we're going to do, and I'm not sure, obviously we dropped a bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm moving from the action outside the courtesan to the action inside the courtesan. Is there anything that we want Lo Zhao Li, Bai, or Dr. Rutherford to do? I know Dr. Rutherford is on his way to the engine room to presumably see, or the cockpit, to see if he can do anything up there to help with the landlock situation. Bai and Lo Zhao Li, is there anything that you guys want to do? The kids are secure. The kids are secure and safe. The girl is with them. The 9 other boys are with them. Thank you very much, brother. So if there's anything that you guys want to do, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to move to the roles that are going to be necessary for the combined roles of both the pilot and the doctor to see if they can't do something about this landlock.
I want to drag the bleeding people inside and scream, "Where is my Goram medic?"
This would probably be able to be heard as by this time the alarm has stopped its sound from going outside. What we'll say is, Harriet, are you backing back up into the courtesan? Are you?
I want to drag the bleeding person that was with us back onto the ship. I really want to. No, I'm staying and fighting because we can't go anywhere. That's right. I had made that decision. Sorry. Waiting for my medic to grab this guy. Gonna stay out here, use him as a body deflection, and just try to stay close to the, backing up kind of to the ship so they can't fire on me from all angles kind of deal.
Okay.
Trying to give him only one way to go. And hopefully the rest of my Goram crew will do something besides hiding in the back.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump out of initiative for everybody except the people that are outside. So we're going to go back inside for the narrative. And as we go back inside for this narrative, we're going to say that Felix gets to the engine room and the doctor gets to the cockpit at roughly the same time. And as you both get there, Dr. Rutherford, you see the flashing landlock sign on the alert sector on the one side. And what would Felix, when you get down into the engine room, what is your purpose?
My purpose is risky as hell. I'm going to. I love this ship. This ship is my baby. We've been through some hard times, and I noticed someone else has been whispering sweet nothings in her ear, and I'm not happy about that. So she's going to talk to nobody but me. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to cut the engine off from the helm, and I'm going to fire the engines manually. So I'm basically going to disconnect it, which will disconnect the signal that tells them they're signal locked. So all it goes back to being is a dumb engine, which will fire, and I'm basically going to jumpstart our engine. Now, I would have aligned the thrusters to take off immediately. I can't pilot, but I can send us straight up in the air and hopefully get us out of range of the signal lock and then reconnect them and get back in. It's complicated, but that is my plan because nobody talks to my ship without my permission. I'm not happy.
Okay, so to sum up, you're going to dry start the engine.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right. Sure. I mean, I've seen people start a motor from, under the hood. You can do that so that's what you're going to be doing is you're going to be firing up a Firefly class transports in Atmo thrusters while not being at the controls.
Yep. We all excited, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
That's why you're the pilot. I don't know what any of that means, so you make it work.
This is your captain speaking.
Okay, so what I'm going to need from you here is the following. No, the pilot's not coming through with anything here. There's no flying involved. This is going to be to get around this landlock, and we're going to say that you're going to be able to circumvent the landlock because it's a great idea. However, your role is going to dictate how well or how poorly this goes for you. Okay.
So, I'd like to use mental.
Okay.
Wait, let me clear up all. I'd like to use. Right, here we go. I'd like to use mental. I'd like to use fix. I'd like to use focus.
Absolutely.
Operate.
I'll let you use it. Yep. And because you're not piloting, and you can use your D6 for the courtesan because she's on board with your plan, but then again, she's a dumb ship. So, No, I
Don't push me, Greg. Someone's already been chatting her up. Don't you start.
Right.
And you were talking about Margot. Right,
Now,
okay.
You've got one plot point left. Should you like to use that one for...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We're using a plot point here. You best believe we're using a plot point here. I'll put it back down with the rest. There we go. So, whew.
Believe.
Don't let me down, girl. This is going to go absolutely fine. So here we go.
Believe.
I clicked. Nothing happened. Oh, my God. This is tense.
It might be lagging.
It's lagging. Come on.
Boom.
Ooh.
An 11.
11.
Plus 3?
14.
11. And you rolled a 1, which is super duper fun for me, as I am going to spend my last plot point of the night to give you the following complication. I am going to give you this following complication. As you dry start the courtesan, her core engine fires up. You're able to use that to get the in-atmos thrusters to fire and launch, burning the ground as the vertical takeoff and landing engines blast along the ground. However, with that type of movement, Felix, you're thrown across the movement of the tail of the Firefly where you are is sudden and extreme. And as it throws you, you put your arms and legs out, and your left ankle catches, and you have twisted it terribly. It's not broken, but that D6 that has been given to you is going to slow your movement down, which means as the ship launches into the air and begins to spin, it's going to take you precious seconds to get back up to the cockpit. A cockpit currently housed by one Dr. Rutherford. And Dr. Rutherford, just as you look and you see that klaxion of the landlock disappear, you realize that the ship is now moving and that you are going to have to pilot this craft in the next seconds, or there's going to be one hell of a crash. But before we get to that, and before we do that, we need to know exactly what's going on out on the ground. And for that to happen, we have one more roll. This roll is going to determine how bad Harriet gets hurt, or if she in fact survives another round, because she's going to have a very big decision to make in, about 3 seconds. So let's go ahead and clear the pool, add in what needs to be added in here. And I'm going to add this one in because you still are carrying the Sabbath Man. Okay, so with an 11, you are being confronted by all of these soldiers. I need you to roll. If you are going to attack, you can attack them back. If you are going to escape, you need to roll to get the hell out of there. But this is going to determine just what happens to you, as just as you're ready to do something, Harriet, you hear the engines begin to fire behind you. Somehow the courtesan is taking off.
Getting mighty crowded here on the ground. Looks like we're going for a little bit of a walk here. I drag him like a dog and start heading back to the ship. And if possible, I'm going to drag the other kids, still trying to keep the bodies in between me. Now it's off the ground. This is problematic.
It's firing, and here's what I'm going to tell you. If you take him, you're going to have a D8 complication because of his weight. But if you take just the boy, I'm going to allow you to do a straight roll.
Do it. Both. Do it. You're awesome. You're awesome.
I'm going to grab my pistol. I'm going to shoot him in the head. So if I've got him like this and I'm dragging him, take pistol in the head, pop it off, and then as I'm backing up, still grab the kid. He's a dead weight, literally. I can just leave him on the ground.
Okay, so you're going to shoot. What we're going to do here is there is going to be a D8 complication in play. So how that's going to work is I'm going to add an additional D8 to this roll, and if it... Okay, so it stays the same. The complication, it's still an 11. So you are able to shoot this gentleman in the back of the head, right where the neck meets shoulders. As you fire and kind of launch him down, you grab the boy. Now here's what I'm going to need from you. you're going to need to beat this 11 to get back into the craft. I need you to roll a physical and whatever else you can think of here to get into
Can I throw the boy into the craft if I'm not going to make it? If I think that I'm not going to make it, if I think that I'm going to die for certain, can I just, instead of dragging the boy, just everything I can just to throw him onto the ship and then I'll follow afterwards?
Absolutely.
I know I'm going to get hurt, but I got a medic. I'm going to hope for the best.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say that you shoot the guy in the back of the head, throw the boy inside, make your roll.
So physical and what else do you want me to throw on here? Whoops, no, clear.
Yep.
Like
Just
a focus?
physical. Yeah, physical, and I might go with focus because you threw the boy in first. Other than that, you're...
Oh, man.
Hold on. There's also... Where is it? Move.
Is there a type of intimidate? Is me... No, okay, I was going to say that doesn't really...
I will allow this. You can roll the additional d6 that you had made an asset for his body as you throw it back down to them. You shot him in the head and tossed the body at them, so that's another d6 for you.
And a plot point, just in case, because I don't have a lot of dice here.
And move.
Yeah.
And move, okay.
Do you want to use the plot point to add
Say-
extra die?
Yeah,
Add
keep an
extra
extra
dice,
die. Yeah, keep an extra one. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, thank God you keep an extra.
Keep an extra die.
Exactly what you needed.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's exactly-
with
Wow.
the exact roll needed, you throw the boy on, and as you turn around, the complication that is a result of the one that you rolled in addition to all of that, a shot goes off and it tears through your ribs, spinning you as you go in, and you crash down to the grating. Right next to Round Jack Brannigan as the entire craft lurches into the sky and things inside the cargo bay begin to shift a bit. Things that have been dropped during the flight.
As I fall down, can I go down to kind of like an ass sitting position, grab my chest with one hand and kind of blow a kiss as we're flying off? See you in the bird.
Absolutely. So as you guys, and at this point, the cargo bay door is still open as nobody has triggered it yet. Doctor, I am going to need you to do the following. Yes. Physical, I need you to roll fly and focus. And if you can figure up anything else, I'm not, you can try to convince me. Bai and Lo Jiao Li, what I need you guys to roll here now is anything that you can think of to assist in this. You guys are in the middle of the area, so you're kind of with these kids. I want you guys to roll, if you're trying to help the kids, I want you to figure out a pool of dice to roll for that. The DC on everything is 11 right now. So 11 for the fly, 11 for whatever you guys elect to try to do.
We realize that the ship is kind of lurching and taking off right now, and it's very unstable. Okay.
Correct.
I think Zhao Li is just going to be like, everyone get down. Everything is going to be fine. Brace yourselves. This could be a very rough takeoff. And she's going to try to, keep the kids calm, get them down, get them, braced, like make sure nothing's going to fall on them as we take off and maybe crash.
Okay. So with that type of roll, do a social, and you can do,
like an influence?
Yeah, social and influence would definitely help here.
Okay.
So whenever somebody's ready to roll, let me know. Doc, are you up first?
Yeah, so I was thinking focus.
Yeah, focus is allowed. Absolutely.
Mind. Yeah. I was thinking maybe no as well.
No's not going to help you here because that's general knowledge of the verse. And what no would tell you right now is if you rut this up, you're going to explode. Yeah. So it's not going to really help.
I do have a distinction. So reader. So just my extensive background knowledge of this technology and medicine and just kind of compilation of just lots of general knowledge.
That's general knowledge. This is practice. So this is you don't have experience with this. So it's the first time you're going to be going in. Let me know. Yeah, I'm not going to accept that one on this particular roll because you're thrust in a situation that is life or death. You either fly or the courtesan's going to hit the dirt.
Okay, I'm going to use a plot point for this as well. Keep a die. And then let's see how this goes.
10.
Yeah. Just
Okay. Now, let's see. Pro, don't you have a big damn hero die?
Yes, I did. I guess I will use it for now.
Okay. So
I'm gonna need
You might want to.
yeah, as you don't have to use it because
Oh wait,
result of
I don't need to use it yet anyway because I used focus and I've key mind in that. I didn't run my d6 yet.
okay, then no matter what happened, well, yeah, you got to roll the d6 to see what
Roll the
happens.
d6.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. Sorry.
See if it's better than
Yeah.
a 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What have we learned
So-
about saying things out loud today? Just
So okay, so as
on, Doctor.
everything hangs on this next roll, I need you to roll a 1d12 for your big
This is
damn hero
perfect.
dice.
This is perfect. The Firefly has stalled, and then you pull it out the last. Oh my god! Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so with that 9, as the big damn
up.
right. Yeah, it starts to choke for a second, and you're realizing, oh my god, this thing's gonna fly. And narratively, the Doctor is able to grab control over it, and even with the big damn hero move, smooth as silk, he actually looks down and flips a switch, and the cargo bay door goes closed as he realizes that it was open. You guys launch into the air around Perdition. The 10 people in your cargo hold, presumably the 10 ranch hands that are needed back in Elysium. We're going to slow everything down after that monster fight and tech issues and all that good stuff. And what we are going to do, though, is we are going to fast forward. And as we fast forward to the end of this episode, we cut to a re-entry into Elysium several days later. And as the crew enters into the Atmo that was a joyous celebration, they are greeted not with the invitation of Consuela. They are greeted with Mild Bill himself as he directs them to land in a field far away from the city. It takes several 45, 60 minutes for Mild Bill to make it all the way out to the field where he directed you all to land. And by the time he gets there and the cargo bay door comes down, he's standing there with Brian and Jason and his head's down. And for the first time you see Mild Bill is not happy.
I'm in
And
my
he-
room this time in case they decide to start shooting people as soon as the cargo bay door opens.
Intemperate Bill.
Yeah. Yes, this is Moody Bill. And as Bill sees you, he smiles. We're going to say that Round Jack Brannigan was stabilized by the doctor on the way back here. Everybody's wounds were tended to. And with the doctor's expert hands, it was able to kind of be brought back up to full health. Round Jack Brannigan is taken off by Jason and Brian to convalesce at the Widow Cooper's house. This has been established, and he kind of looks back, and he, right as he leaves, he looks terrible. He was very near death, and he's actually being taken off on kind of a treaded wheelchair. And as he gets taken down and loaded onto an ATV, he turns back to Harriet and he gives her a card. And he says, "Thank you, darling, but I think my days in the black are over." And he nods and
Maybe not just over yet. I think maybe you just need a little rest. You go on, make sure they take care of you. I'll be coming to check on you real soon. I give him kind of a kiss on the head as he gets in the chair and leave my head touching my forehead touching his head just for a little bit. And it kind of, I'm trying to look like I'm being strong for him, but really he's the one who's giving me strength right now because I have to re-pull myself back together and face what is to come. And just kind of tap my head on his head and then look around to the rest of whoever is out here with me.
yeah. And as you pull away from Round Jack, he puts his head down and you can see that there's a little bit of moisture around his eyes. As this has been a long time coming as Jack has gotten older and older, but this seems to have been perhaps the last straw for him, even with your comforting words of maybe rest would just do it. And he just nods at you during this moment. For the rest of the crew, Mild Bill waits until you're all gathered together. Lo Jiali has said that she's in her room, but if you poke your head out, you'd be privy to this as it's taking place in the cargo bay.
Yeah, I'll poke my head out, but I'm not. I'm behind cover.
Right.
That one
Mild-
was so well last time.
Mild Bill says, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but we got word that y'all killed all those people in that village. And listen, I'm going to run interference for you. The good thing that the courtesan has here is that nobody knows where she's been or where she's going. So I'm going to tell everybody that you headed weeks ago for Persephone. No one knows except the last time you were here at the well. And if you left on that day, ain't no way you could have been at Perdition killing all them folk. But it's all over the Cortex. You know, there was 35 people murdered, and we can't have that. So,
Now, wait just a minute, honey. There was not no 35 people murdered.
Well, there was a reckoning of some sorts, and I'm sorry, but it looks like it was you all. And
Well, isn't that just mighty fine?
Bill, you've known us an awful long time.
that's why I'm not turning you in, and that's why I'm going to run cover for you. But
Fine.
we can't do nothing here in Red Sun for a while. Not till I clear the air, not till I get things set straight. I don't know what happened, but all I can tell you is make for Persephone.
I'm sure we'll do just that, honey. But in the meantime, we have a few kids that ain't got no more homes. You think you can take care of them? Get them somewhere? Maybe an orphanage?
Yeah, at this point, Brian and Jason have been kind of collecting the kids, even the hurt one, as Brian, the big guy, is delicately placing this one on a kind of a skiff behind the one that Round Jack is on. And he goes, oh yeah, we'll take care of all them, but we can't take the girl. You're going to have to take her.
She can stay with us. That's just fine, honey. Now, these kids, they saw what happened. Now, no one is going to be listening to the little ones because they're going to tell them that their heads are full of lies or they didn't see something right. But sit down, talk to them for a while. We'll be out in the world a spell, but
Bill,
Yeah,
who's
Doctor.
spearheading the reports exactly?
well, we heard it in town here when the Dauntless set down. They were the first ones told us.
oh, isn't that just nice?
Of course.
I look over my shoulder to the rest of my crew, and I give just kind of a narrow-eyed look, trying to imply, shut the fuck up, we're going back, but we can't tell him that. The less he knows, the better. And I'm like, shut. All right, then, we're going to head out to Persephone, honey. Thank you for everything that you've done.
Wait, now listen. I danced with you enough to know that look in your eye. You guys got to leave Red Sun. You hear me? If you're gone, I can sell the story that you've been gone, and there ain't no way that you could have done what was did on Perdition. You get yourself to Persephone. I can get you work there. I can't get you work here. And without Round Jack, you're not going to be able to know the people that he knew on the border. So you're going to have to rely on the man that I know at Evestown. He's a bit of a shit, but he gets stuff done. So if you head there, he'll be able to get you work. I've vouched for you. I said that you were having mechanical problems, that you had left a week ago, so hopefully that'll work.
Did you know they were kids, Bill?
No, I did not. No, this stinks. Something was set up from the beginning. I don't know what it was, but I didn't know that. I'm in this as deep as you are, and I'm going to make sure it's worked clean. So if you all could just head to Persephone, and I'll clean up Red Sun here if I can.
All right, Bill. Put a hand on his shoulder. Well, I'd say that we'd sorry for getting you into this mess, but, well, we know I ain't sorry.
I know it wasn't you all. And he says it, and you can tell that he's convinced. He's not just saying it. I know it weren't you all. I know it. That's why I'm going to help you. I'm always going to be your friend. Just look for that guy in Persephone. Little Rut's name's Badger or something like that. I got to wave to him.
Have I heard of him before?
None of you guys would have heard of anything. He is a fixture at Eavesdown Docks. Outside of the docks, no one really knows about this gentleman.
Have I heard about Badger?
You have.
Okay.
Well, all right then. We best not be sticking around here, causing any more trouble for you. We're gonna get out into the air and on our way to Persephone as fast as possible.
So Mild Bill steps back, and as the craft known as the Courtesan cargo bay door closes and it takes off into the sky, absent one Round Jack Brannigan, but now the foster parent of one Elizabeth, the girl that's inside that was the wife of Father Sabbath, now a widow, I guess. But as you all are taking off and breaking Atmo, we cut to Harriet as this adventure began with a decision that she made and ends with a decision that Round Jack made. And as she looks down at the card in her hand, she realizes that she owns his 25% of the Courtesan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we will end this session of Tales from the Big Damn Verse.
I think it's time that you make everybody some dumplings and have a little bit of a meeting.
Okay, so... Yep. So this is the
35
end.
people! We didn't kill 35 people! We killed one! Maybe two!
You sure?
That is some bad math.
That's the story, so...
What? They are hillbillies. So.
Well, maybe if we had killed anybody.
Oh, you know they would have rustled some shit up anyways. This is the Dauntless, those cheeky bastards.
Okay, so as this is going to end our first episode of Tales from the Big Damn Verse, we will pick up with a completely independent and completely separate episode beginning next week. So I will let you know that next week's episode is titled Breeze. So as we join back up with the crew of the Courtesan, we will be able to, you won't have to have known what happened here in this episode or know anything of what they're planning or what the grand thread is throughout the whole campaign, but you can join us for each individual episode. But if you catch them all, you'll tend to see a bit of a pattern. But before we go anywhere, let's go to the outros, as we don't do intros here, we just do cold opens. And let's start with Miss Lo Jiao Li. Lindy, how you doing?
Well, good. I'm not dead. I did get sustain an injury, but Jiao Li's okay. She's kind of wondering if this was a bit of false advertising on the part of a certain Mild Bill. This is the best ship to travel on. You're gonna have a great time. Everything's gonna be great. And we get to the first place, and a gunfight breaks out, started by this ship. So yeah, she's questioning some things, but seems like she's gonna know somebody at the next place they go to. So maybe she can verify some things. Awesome story. Loved it. It was great. Glad nobody actually died. I was pretty sure we were all dead for a while there. Wow, oh my gosh, can't wait for the next week. I really, really, really can't wait. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy. Here every Friday on LaughLoveLindy on Twitch and Twitter. Here every Friday for the wonderful Firefly. We'll be back on this channel on Sunday for Pulp Cthulhu, because it's awesome and I'm an RPG addict. Tomorrow night I will be on Power Score RPG's channel doing a little Mordenkainen's one-shot thing. Sunday afternoon, RPG and on WebDM channel. It's gonna be super great. It's like a clip show recap of everything that's going on in the tabletop world. Tuesdays, Tom's the Tentacles podcast with lovely Greg. Gets released from Encounter Roleplay. Tuesday evening, my channel, Out of the Abyss, is getting run. Wednesday, all day Encounter Roleplay. Doors to Darkness, Call of Cthulhu in the afternoon. 3 hours later, Star Wars, Rise of the Dark Side. Thursday evening, WebDM, more D&D. And that's about it.
Nice. And we'll go over to Laurelania. How are you doing today? You and I are fighting tech issues. My internet's already going crazy again. But
yeah, that was weird. Don't taunt the internet gods, I guess. So sorry. I had a lot of fun, other than obviously my internet going down. It's really fun to play a sassy warrior chick. I've never really done it before. So you can find me on Twitter at MyTiaZimmer, Twitch here, and if you click on Twitch, you can find links to all my other stuff. And I'm really jaded because that was my cold open and I had so much planned in my head. Like right as you were about to hand off the thing to me, it went out. So I was just tilting. But yeah, can't wait for next week. Want to play more? Make episodes 10 hours long. Thanks. Bye.
and we will get back. I will not drop that. We will definitely return to that at some point and make sure that we touch on all of those things that we wanted to do. That is my promise. Eric, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh boy, I want more. How is this 2 hours? It's not fair to anyone. No one. We all hate this. I'm
Who's
Eric.
willing to donate like an extra $50 a week to like just make it go an extra hour?
Yeah, I know. Start a Patreon for this show and like whatever.
That's $10 each. That's $10. We can do this. I'll do it right now.
for $10 a month, you can keep her flying. Yeah. So hi, everybody. I'm Eric. Everybody. I play Bao McDonald here on this amazing show for Tales of the Big Damn Verse. I am the cook and husband to Felix. I just love playing a soft, sunny, compassionate farmer with a bunch of pigs. I never get to do that. So it's really, really fun. This game's a lot of fun. I've never played it before, but I love narrative systems that like plot points, give, take, all that kind of stuff. And boy, just you are just delivering, Greg. Like you are just nailing the
dude, 100%.
You paint such a good picture with your mouth words
that
you see it in the mind's eye so well that you can just pick it up and go with it. This is just a delight because I know we're all super nervous every time we play this game, but it's so fucking good because as soon as you open your mouth, we're like, oh, of course, we know what to do now. It's amazing. You do a really, really, really good job. So keep it up.
Thank you so much, my friend.
And I'm sure I speak for everyone here. It says that we enjoy what you're doing here, all the production work and effort you put into it, and making us all look good. So hopefully we return the favor and make you look good.
Absolutely.
So shouts to you. And so everybody, I'm Eric Vulgaris on all the social medias, Twitter, Twitches, and YouTube. I'm super active on Twitter and Twitch and stuff. I play games every day. I won't bother with listing everything because it's just too much. But I just want you to know tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm playing John Harper's Ghost Echo on my weekly open sign up one-shot show, Once Upon a Game. So it's gonna be fun.
Fantastic, buddy, and thank you very much for the kind words. I love to surround myself with talented, beautiful people, and I hit it out of the park with you all, so I appreciate it. I'm very blessed with my Project Athena and my Firefly crew to have people that are way smarter, way prettier, and way sassier than me. Pro, what'd you think, buddy?
Oh, it was amazing as always. And as always, thanks for running it. Thanks for having me. And I enjoyed playing with you and everyone here. Chat was amazing. I play Conrad Rutherford, also known as the Good Doctor, as people tend to just call me. I am Pro Restarter. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Instagram. It's new, so once upon there. But you can catch me here Fridays playing this lovely game with these lovely people. Next week, you can catch me at 1 p.m. GMT on off_the table playing Monster Hearts, Angsty Teens. Catch me on my channel doing some rescheduling stuff, but generally about 5 to 6 days a week RPG stuff. But just keep eye on my Twitter for the reschedulings. Mondays, you can catch me on the Greyhawk channel playing Violent Villainous and Evil Campaign. Catch me playing with Fias. Tuesdays on Wandering DM's channel playing some Star Wars. Next week you should catch us as well on Wednesdays on Wandering DM's channel playing Swyhander with this lovely guy down here, Eric. Wait, I suppose he's like next to me. Overlays, they confuse me. But no, thank you for having me, and yeah, super great game, guys. Great job, Greg. Loved it.
Awesome, brother. And I think that you were wrong about your schedule for tomorrow. I believe you and Josh are totally filled the whole day with the royal wedding, correct? And speaking of that, let's go to Josh. Right. Josh, how are you doing, buddy?
I mean, this is I've set time aside. Really, I should be doing preparations for the royal wedding because obviously all of England gets involved. Everyone has
That's
to.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Everyone has to like make a cup of tea at the same time and stuff like this. There's like a whole ritual behind it. I won't bore you guys with it. I also can't because you're not English, and to actually tell you would be treason. So you just have to find out on social media and stuff like that. Speaking of social media, I'm Encounter Josh on social media. You can find me everywhere as that. I had an absolute blast today. It was amazing. I was so happy because last time I rocked up and did very badly. I got punched and and like beating up on different layers. And this time, I scared a load of horses, shot a guy, and then jump started a Firefly transport and flew by the rudder, shall we say, into the verse. So I'm happy with that. It's always good to be able to just be a bit of a badass all around. Big damn heroes, as they say. So yeah, you can find me. Oh god. This next week, everything kicks off for me. Is really busy. I've got later on tonight, I am going to be
oh yeah, later tonight. Right.
Life on
totally
Mars.
remembered.
Right. So
Life on Mars.
later on tonight, I will be in Life on Mars as a special guest over on Grant Ellis's channel. That's obviously the Wise Papa Grant, bad boy Grant Ellis, the original. I'm super excited about that. Last week was Matt Mercer, and this week it's me. Grant was like, "Yeah, I'm like bringing big names." I'm like, "Thanks, Grant." Like those shoes I have to fill. Thanks for that, buddy. Real appreciate that. So super hyped about that. But next week, I'm on Tuesday. I'm in the Long March, and then we are starting the Midgard campaign, which is going to be absolutely amazing over on Encounter Roleplay. So hyped about that. Wednesdays are up in the air in the moment, but Fridays I'll be back here to do more Firefly stuff. And if you want to hear me suffer, you can check out Turncloaks Pod, which is the absolutely horrible Encounter Roleplay podcast in which I just suffer. Recently, Tall School had to start eating carbs. That's how bad the game got. So there you are.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Midgard. My shrink has not allowed me to start watching or listening to Turncloaks yet. He says I'm just not there, but hopefully, fingers crossed, pretty soon, everybody. I'm making progress. Anywho, Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. Everything happening here at the channel is happening fast. We have Project Athena, my opus to all things pulpy, on Sunday nights from 7 to 9. I'm on Encounter Roleplay on Monday evenings from 4:30 Eastern to 7:30 doing Atomic Cthulhu. Tomes and Tentacles podcast over on Encounter releases Tuesday. Wednesday for Call of Cthulhu 1 to 4 Eastern. Fridays right here doing Firefly, and Saturday nights on Learn by Play and Wizards of the Coast. Also starting next month, Conan, Age Undreamed Of, will be in the block right before this show. So if you fancy yourself some Conan followed by some Firefly, you have come or will be coming to the right place. But also, I wanted to just leave the cast and leave everybody still in chat. You guys are lovely. Thank you so much for the subscriptions and for the donations today and the follows. You guys are great. You make it all worthwhile. Chat was awesome. I really appreciated it, especially with the tech issues as my internet continues to just decide whether or not it wants to fully give me the finger. But I will leave everyone with this before we go to our credits. Next episode is called The Breeze. And The Breeze and the title is actually the answer to this question. What's the last thing you want to feel on a starship? Ladies and gentlemen,
oh no,
we will see
that's
you
not
next
cool.
week.